Hello everyone, welcome to Community Distance Reiki. I'm Danielle Stimpson. I'm so glad that you're here with me this evening. If you are new here, go ahead and click that live chat button. Feel free to set any requests for your personal well-being. We're going to get things started off by building a beautiful crystal grid exactly to all of your requests. If you are watching this as a pre-recorded past live stream, you're going to enjoy the healing just as much as if you were here live. But if you would like to join me live, I'm here 5 times a week, same days, same times, every week, except for some extra streams that we will have around the holidays. And yeah, it's so wonderful to see you all. Dell, Lori, Violet Integration. Oh, happy Friday indeed. So, if you want to learn more about me, my live online Reiki certification classes, if you want to schedule a one-on-one distance healing or tarot reading, or if you want to shop my Reiki charged crystals, head over to learnreikiphiladelphia.com and you can go ahead and use the coupon code SHOPSMALL2023. That's SHOPSMALL2023 with no spaces to save 20% on all crystals and to save 20% on all distance service gift certificates through the 26th of December 2023. So let's go ahead into the chat. We'll finish saying our hellos and start building that beautiful, beautiful crystal grid. Okay, awesome. So let me just, I am forever perfecting this setup. There we go. Awesome. So good to see you all. How are things in Ireland, Lori and Dell? Awesome. Okay, cool. So let's get through. Yes, Hattie and Gertie are doing well. They're currently napping with each other right in front of the heater, which is definitely a smart bet today. So let's see. Okay, so we've got that. And I've got some big upgrades coming to this whole setup with the crystals. As soon as Sunday, you might see it. So as usual, we're starting off with copper. This helps to break up energy blockages, get the optimal flow of energy going. We've also got a mirror here that helps to reflect and deflect any not so great energy. And we'll just start building from there. So let's see. Ooh, some good requests from Dell. Oh, fun. Okay, let me grab those. So Super 7, Indigo Gabbro, Crazy Lace. Super 7, Indigo Gabbro, Crazy Lace, Garnet Aventurine Clear, Kambaba Stone, and Selenite. Awesome. All right, let's start there. So we'll start with Kambaba Stone, actually. Yeah, I was just moving and dusting my piece of Kambaba Jasper that is by all of my plants. So this is what it looks like when it is rough. And then you can see the smooth, polished, tumbled one next to it. Let me just adjust this. There we go. So this way my hand won't be completely bright white. So there we go. So Kambaba Stone is actually fossilized blue-green algae. It is superb for working with your ancestors, connecting to them, or doing any work where you want to connect with your ancestral lands. Also incredibly helpful for healing the earth and environment, as well as helping to increase plant yields, support your house plants through the winter, all of that good stuff. So we'll bring this in. Also, this can be really helpful for aiding meditation. And it's also a stone that's often used to help with learning languages too. So we'll put that in there. We'll just put the little one in there for now because I know we're going to have a big full grid today. Clear quartz is an amplifier. This is one that has, it's sort of like a blank slate / booster for everything else. This is one that you can use in place of any crystals that I may not have or you may not have at home. It's also really helpful for actually holding any intention that you want it to. So you can actually make clear quartz into like a talisman or healing stone specifically to what you're looking to achieve. And that can actually make a wonderful holiday gift. So that is clear quartz. We've also got crazy lace agate. This brings in so much balance and courage and confidence and protection. It's especially helpful for the skin, eyes, and speech, and it's helpful too for the heart and solar plexus chakras. It helps to give a lot of physical energy, like if you feel a little depleted, and it can also help you with connecting to past, like the past of a place or a land or a home. Helpful too for phobias and things like that, especially if you're phobic of insects and spiders. And if you work with spider medicine, like you have a spirit guide that is spider, this will be helpful for connecting with them. So that is crazy lace agate. Garnet helps with organization, courage, and practicality. The best way to use your time, the best way to use your efforts. If you're trying to get more done in less time, you're trying to figure out, like, as we say when we're gaming, min-maxing. Like, how do I get all of this done in this little amount of time? What's the best order in which to do these things so that I can, maximize my efforts? That's definitely a garnet conundrum. This is all kinds of Capricorn energy, and it is January's birthstone. It also helps with strength and balance when things are changing all around you. And so we'll put that there. This is good for taking a new look at tasks you do all the time. And it's good for, integrating new types of tasks into your day. So that's garnet. Hey, Maria. Good to see you. Kanta, good to see you too. Joanna, lovely to see you as well. I hope everyone's doing well today. Okay. Aventurine is wonderful for expanding our vision of who we are and what we're capable of, the things that we can do. So if you're someone who says, oh, I can't do that. That's too hard. I could never do that. I'm not smart enough. I'm not talented enough. This is a stone that says, give it a shot. You don't know if you won't try, and you might be a lot better at that than you think you are. So definitely a stone for, I often recommend this to folks who are like, oh, I'm so tech phobic. Like, doop doop. Definitely grab some aventurine. Also helpful for heart rhythms, eye problems, and fertility. So that is green aventurine. It's like very encouraging, very, very heart level encouraging. If you were someone who was always told you'll never be good enough, you'll never be, you're not as smart as, you're not as talented as, that's a good stone to hang out with. And especially with the holidays coming up, I know some older things from the past may start to revisit. This can be a great stone to help remind you of everything that you are and capable of. Next is Super 7. This was a gift from Chris. Thank you, Chris. This helps with working towards larger goals and big plans for the future. It helps you to kind of keep putting one foot in front of the other. Also helps with every level of intuition, however you connect with your spirit guides or helpers or messages from the universe. Whether it's tarot reading or during dreams, this can really help boost it. Also helpful for strengthening your energy field, which is wonderful for empathic people. It tends to help you not take on so much energy that belongs to others. Also wonderful for inner peace, harmony, and unity consciousness, that we're all interconnected, and what you put out into the universe, you really put back to yourself. And for past lives, karmic healing, and even earth and environmental healing. So we will put some Super 7 around. This is such a fascinating stone. There we go. Indigo Gabbro also goes by the name Mystic Merlinite. And it is purple and black. Ooh, so pretty. This is one that can help with menopause, period pain, any kind of like women's health things, as well as integrating your spiritual connection into your mundane life, your everyday life. Helps with intuition, including dreams, but any kind of visionary work, and helps with following your heart, as well as introspection and shadow healing. Shadow healing is when we go to the parts of ourself that we're less proud of, the parts of ourself that we might not see, but others might be able to, clue us in about. And sometimes if we really do the digging, we can find it ourselves. It helps us to find those things that we do that trip us up. So if you have a lot of, wow, this keeps happening to me, this is like a pattern and I don't know why, this is a good stone to help kind of illuminate what might be at the root of that. So that is Indigo Gabbro or Mystic Merlinite. And selenite. I always have a big piece of selenite just south of the grid to help keep a nice harmonious space. I have several pieces behind me as well. Selenite reflects nothing but pure white light, and that means exactly what it kind of sounds like. It helps to keep a really clear, energetic space. It can be used to clear your auric or energy field. It can be used to help keep any negative vibes from coming into your house or your space, and also really helpful for connecting with your guides. Definitely do not wash this in water. It will melt. It's so soft that you could actually go outside and write on the street with it like chalk. Definitely recommend this. Is a lovely way to clean all of your crystals. If you want to keep their energy clear, just put it on a piece of selenite for a few hours and you're good. So that is selenite. So thank you for being here, Del. I'm sure you'll have some other requests and I can't wait. Let's see. Bethany, I'm so glad to see you again. Yeah, my internet was out for I missed 5 live streams, and it was all down to my internet service provider who kept claiming it wasn't their problem. Thank you for coming back. It's good to see you. So let's see. Yay. Little Tree, hi. Good to see you. Awesome sauce. Okay, so let's go next to Violet Integration. Intention of help with grief, heart healing, and self-compassion. You got it. Let's see, rhodonite, pink kunzite, and for grief, let's do some black onyx. Okay, so black onyx helps with grounding a lot of anxiety and fear, and it can also help to relieve a lot of self-doubt and help you to start to build up your self-esteem in a really healthy way. It's excellent for grief, and especially for fresh grief and for really old grief that you just can't seem to move through. This can be helpful. Helps too with protection energetically, as well as protection against people who would play mind games. And it's sincerely helpful for connecting with your ancestors as well. So that is black onyx. Actually, let's put this here. I love working with black onyx. It's so grounding, yet so balancing, especially for the third eye. And for heart healing and self-compassion, rhodonite and pink kunzite will be helpful. So pink kunzite is very high vibrational. It's like a very Kuan Yin type energy. This helps with compassion, including compassion for yourself, for sure. Helps too with love, especially love built on commitment, and finding love after heartache. This is a wonderful stone to kind of support the heart center after a broken heart. Helps too with nerve pain, chemical sensitivities that lead to itchy rashes and things like that. Hormones, the period after anesthesia, if you struggle with that, this is a good one to try to keep nearby. And for motherhood, as well as sleepless babies and Yeah, heartache, heartbreak, even like toxic work environments and toxic bosses. This can help you to remain grounded and centered with yourself and not start to see yourself through their eyes, if that makes sense. So that is pink kunzite. Next is rhodonite. This is another stone that helps to heal a broken heart, whether it's loss of someone through their passing away or loss of someone through a breakup or a divorce. This is an excellent stone. Definitely helps you to open your heart to love once again after you go through that grieving process. It helps too with the lungs, asthma, allergies, and anything autoimmune, the trifecta of me. And it helps very much with insecurities as well as healing past emotional abuse. Also helps with balancing yin and yang in the body. So I feel like that could be really helpful. If there's anything else I can do, let me know. It's so good to see you. There we go. And oh yeah, Dell, thank you for the reminder. Hit the thumbs up. Woohoo! Oh, Bethany, you never got your certificate. I'm glad you brought that up. I'm going to write that down. I'm one of those people that if I do not write it down, it's like it never happened. I don't know what happened to my memory, but that's just the truth. Okay, and cool. So it's on my list of to-dos. I will either send it out or send out a new one ASAP, like probably Monday. So I'm sorry about that, but thank you for letting me know, and thanks for popping in to tell me. It might be why. If you emailed me about it and I didn't see an email, that might be why. And Renee, good to see you. But Bethany, I will get it to you. Let me know if you don't have it by the end of next week, but you should. And let's see. Vic, I hope you're doing well. Oh, awesome. Awesome, Bethany. But thank you for letting me know. I'll also reach out to some other students this weekend and see if they've had a similar situation. Let's see, Dell. Health, happiness, wealth, compassion, and to be in service to others. So we've got compassion covered. Wealth, let's bring in some citrine. I know there's got to be some other folks manifesting financial abundance. This is a great stone to do it. We use this in almost every grid we do. Citrine helps with manifesting financial abundance and all the resources we need to survive and thrive, as well as making good financial decisions. Also helps with addictions and compulsions. Very helpful too for fibromyalgia as well as nausea. So that is citrine. I've often used it too, especially when I first started opening up intuitively. It helped me to learn to balance my intuitions with my sense of logic. And I found it really helpful for that. So there we go, citrine. So that's compassion, wealth, happiness. Let's do some happiness and health. Let's bring in some fuchsite for happiness. This helps us to let go and just enjoy and just have fun. And I know I can't be alone in this. I see so many folks like internalizing, capitalism a week before Christmas, which is like, are we supposed to be getting any work done? I feel like I'm not getting any work done. It's like, maybe not. Maybe just enjoy this fun time. But yeah, this helps with just allowing play for the sake of play. Also helps with spinal alignment, sleep disturbances, and any kind of inner child work. It's also thought helpful for carpal tunnel syndrome. Mic's a little loud, so let me just adjust that. So that is fuchsite. Fuchsite is so sparkly and fun too. So we'll put that here and here. And for health, this is tree agate, which is sacred in Ayurveda, the sister science to yoga. And you're likely familiar, at least familiar-ish, with the chakras. Same system, but that system is much bigger than we might think. This helps with the flow of energy throughout the entire energetic anatomy, all the way down to the nadi, the tiny little tributaries of energy that spread throughout the body, much like Ayurveda's version of, say, meridians in a sense. This helps to balance any imbalances regardless of the nature of it or what's needed to correct it. So the term there would be tridoshic. It's perfect for everyone. So this is a wonderful health and healing stone regardless of what might be going on. So that is tree agate. And to be in service to others, let's see. I feel like Larimer wants to come out. Larimer is from the Dominican Republic and the island of Hispaniola. And this helps with connecting to our spiritual purpose in our very own and very unique and personal way. And it helps to really encourage us and empower us and give us lots of confidence as we embrace how we're meant to show up. This also helps with that sense of like, I need to innovate or be a little bit of a pioneer in that regard, because if you think about it, if you're following your spiritual purpose, we're talking about, what's the best way to put it? This isn't like a path we find. It's like a path that we have to break in order to create. This is our own unique path, and so no one else has ever walked it before. So it helps you feel empowered enough to do that. So I feel like that will help you to be in best service. So lots of love to you, Dale. And let's see who all is here. Hey, Patty, Key, I hope you're well. Flower, I hope you're doing well. Oh no, illness, the entire household is sick. You have to go by. Okay, bye little tree, lots of love. Okay. Okay, good stuff, everybody. I will get to everybody's requests. Cool, so let me just get to some Alluri's. Oh good, we got Larimer already. Jade is on my list. I'm ordering some this weekend. Opal, rose quartz, emerald, azurite. Let's see. Opal, rose quartz, emerald, azurite. Rhodonite's already there. Peacock ore and iolite. Iolite. Peacock ore I usually put to the side until we're done, so it's so big that I can't actually see over it to keep building the grid, but it's such a beautiful stone. Again, a gift from Chris. So peacock ore helps with rebirth, and this is whether you are kind of starting anew, putting your best face forward, or saying, you know what, I want to create a change in my life. This helps with that kind of stepping into your newest self. It's also helpful for actually giving birth in that sense. This is also a great stone for issues with executive function and even memory to some extent, but definitely executive function. So if you are struggling with things like ADHD, in some cases autism, in my case PTSD, this can really help with all of those things that seems like everybody else just sort of can do and we can't. So this is a lovely stone for that. So that goes by peacock ore and chalcopyrite. And we will work this into the grid at some point when we see kind of how it unfolds. Next is azurite, and we see where it gets its name, that beautiful azure blue. This helps you to awaken your spiritual self and brings in a ton of creativity as well as insight and intuition. It helps you to calm your mind while you're meditating or receiving energy work, and it helps to relieve worry, and it helps with indecision too. It helps you to feel a little bit more empowered to make up your mind. Also helpful for connecting to your spirit guides and spiritual wisdom, and for dissolving energy blockages as well as just general life obstacles. Helpful for muscle spasms too. So we will put azurite in here. But yeah, lovely for spirituality, intuition, creativity. Emerald is helpful for anyone who might be ill. This could be good if it's like an upper respiratory type of thing. This helps the whole cardiopulmonary system, so from sinuses to lungs, this is great. It's also wonderful for healing skin and tissue. Wonderful too for restoring confidence about our appearance, especially things that might be a little bit of an Achilles heel for us, things that we're particularly sensitive about. So I will bring this in. That is raw emerald. So we'll put that right here by our citrine. Go. Rose quartz we're all well aware of and familiar with. Rose quartz is exceptional for your heart center when you just feel emotionally depleted or just need to bring in some love. This can be really supportive for heartbreak and any kind of loss, and it can also help you to reacquaint yourself with the idea of unconditional love, or that you deserve love too. So that is rose quartz. Let's put that on top of our clear quartz. There we go. If we're going to boost the energy of a stone, I think rose quartz is a good choice. Opal helps with a number of things, and it's considered very protective. It helps with most shamanic cultures have seen opal as protective. So when someone is doing spirit medicine or shamanic practice and they go into the realms to do healing work, this would help keep them cloaked from anyone or anything that would do them harm, almost like an invisibility kind of thing. Also really helpful for manifesting and calling on what you need. So that is opal, fire opal in that case. And iolite is helpful for fever and weight loss, if that's a goal of yours, as well as managing money and even better sleep, especially if it's like energetic or intuitive things that are keeping you up at night or waking you up at night. So we will bring this in. So that is iolite. There we go. Okay. Awesome. Yay, Lori. Good to see you. Oh, an intention for a job. Gotcha. Okay, let's do for a job. There's a couple of good ones for that, but let's start with some sunstone. Orange sunstone kind of picks up where green aventurine leaves off, and it really expands our vision of ourselves, helps us to see a bigger version of our future and set goals higher. This is one that helps us to be recognized. It helps us to have kind of a prominent profile. It helps definitely with career opportunities, as well as being noticed, being seen. This will help your resume, CV stand out. This will help you to stand out amongst the other candidates who interviewed as well. Helps too with protection against anyone who would exploit you around money as well. So we will bring this in. Also, if you're an entrepreneur and you're looking to market yourself, this is a great stone for doing that and having those things be noticed and be seen. So that is orange sunstone. There we go. So all the best to you on your job hunt. Violet integration, anything for focused. Your analyst mind is still burnt out and next week is still a super busy reporting week. Gotcha. So mental focus and clarity. Let's bring in some bumblebee jasper. This has a high content of sulfur as well as arsenic, so do be careful with it. But this helps with mental focus as well as physical energy. So if you feel kind of, I gotta get up, I feel so tired, this can be really helpful. It helps with decision making, and it's also helpful for empowering anything you might be manifesting. Additionally, in addition to like the focus side of things, this makes you want to dive into the work and get it done. And that's whether you're working alone or as part of a group endeavor. It can still help empower that. Helpful too for just positivity, confidence, and really motivating. So I hope that this helps you in that week before Christmas where you still have to get stuff done. So there's that. So all the best to you, Violet Integration. Maria Cartwright, strength, justice, change, and possibility thinking. Courage for one's convictions and standing up to those in power. Absolutely. There's some great stones for that. Who else is sneaking in? Let's see. Welcome in, Sam. Yeah, key is Patty. Gotcha. Awesome. Okay. So strength, justice, change, and possibility thinking. Gotcha. And standing up to power. So we've got blue tiger eye, aquamarine, red jasper, and dragon's blood. Okay, so red jasper is one of my favorite, it's one of the least thought of really powerful healing stones. And this goes for a lot of what you were looking for help around. This is very empowering. It's grounding, it's protective, but it also helps with fighting injustice and bullying and standing up to people and standing up for yourself. It helps with grounding in the root chakra. Root chakra is basic needs, primal urges, fight or flight, fear and safety. And this definitely helps with things like depression that comes from like a long convalescence or a long protracted healing process from something, as well as emotional support for those things. It's protective too on the spiritual level. So that is red jasper. So I feel like that's kind of a perfect addition for you. Next will be dragon's blood, and this definitely helps with the strength and courage to change, and it brings in a lot of optimism, happiness, and wisdom, but it also helps with grief, loss, keeps us from falling into self-pity, helps us with learning from our mistakes and having patience with yourself. Wonderful too for the nervous system, the immune system, and thyroid health. So that is dragon's blood. So let's see. Let's put this here, and this here, and this here. There we go. Aquamarine is great for may justice prevail, for sure. So may justice prevail. It also helps to deflect and discourage really petty behavior, immature behavior. We jokingly call it the anti-Karen stone, but it's also really helpful for things like forgiveness. So that's, I forgive you and let you go, or I forgive you and give you another chance. Either way, very helpful for that. Also helpful for the teeth and gums and circulation of fluids through the body. But yeah, this is great for bringing about themes around justice. So let's bring a nice big piece of this in. There we go. And we'll use a little bit more. There we go. So that's aquamarine and blue tiger's eye. This is what I often call the whistleblower stone. Anytime that you are speaking truth that is inconvenient, this can be a really helpful stone. So it helps with facts over feelings. It helps with communicating clearly and boldly and effectively, especially when it has to be something like and again, as I previously stated, here are the facts. So when people try to take you off course because they're trying to deflect, this is one that helps give you the courage to stand firm. Also great for ease and calming a lot of stress and for speaking your truth, as well as helping with things like writing and public speaking if you have to do either of those things. And it's often aligned with helping support teachers. So that is blue tiger eye, and all tiger eye is protective in different ways. So all the best to you as you do what you need to do. May things go your way. May the odds be ever in your favor. And it's good to see you, Maria. Let's see. Oh, we've got kunzite in already. I just saw someone requesting that. Let's see. Anything that raises the vibrations higher for Renee. Yes. Anything that raises the vibrations higher. Let's see. Overthinking this. There's so many good choices. Angelic. Angelic, as the name would suggest, helps us with connection to our angels and just that angelic presence. It helps us to feel connected to spirit, connected to source. It can also help us to benefit from some greater spiritual protections, and it's thought to even enhance our experience through things like sound healing. So yeah, great for helping connect with your spirit guides and things. So it definitely boosts the energy of a space. So that as does selenite. Both of them are powerful for lifting the energy of a space or an individual. So we will bring these in. Where shall I place you? For now, I'll place this here. We'll see where it ends up. Let's see. Actually, maybe we'll put that here. There we go. And there we go. So that's Angelite. Thanks for being here, Renee. Good to see you. Vic for decluttering. Decluttering, entrepreneurial endeavors, and emotional stability. Garnet can help with decluttering and kind of getting tidy, as can lapis. So lapis is helpful for open, honest communication, so it'll help in that regard too with housemate stuff. It helps with truth and honesty. It also helps with personal responsibility, everyone taking ownership of their behavior, what they've done, what they haven't done, however that might show up. And it helps also with pain and inflammation, as well as vertigo and hearing loss. This also opens up a lot of career opportunities, and we've definitely had some requests for job support, new job support, Lori being one. Lori being one, Grace being another. So that is lapis. And yeah, that'll definitely help with disorganization. Emotional stability, this is lepidolite or lithium mica. And this is definitely not one you want to take internally or do direct water infusions. I don't recommend direct water infusions for anything, but especially not this one. This is lithium, just like we use in modern batteries, just like we use as a prescription in mental health, just as the ancient Greeks used for mental health. But at the same time, I wouldn't DIY that for mental health. This can have wildly different impacts on different people when taken internally. At the same time, you can carry it and work with it energetically if you want to have some emotional stability without kind of DIYing stuff. This is wonderful for soothing, calming, and also understanding the emotions and what might be motivating them or at the root of them, and helps to bring attention to patterns and especially thoughts and beliefs and patterns that in a way might be holding us back, so that we can examine them and possibly release them. Wonderful too for discernment, especially should I stay, should I go, which it sounds like you might be there right now. So that is lithium mica or lepidolite. And also Dalmatian jasper. This helps with cooperation and people getting along. It helps to, because this is actually black tourmaline going through jasper, black tourmaline helps to repel negative energy. So this really helps to deep clear our energy fields. This can also leave us more able to let go of feelings of cynicism, jadedness, leaving those behind and being willing to embrace another opportunity. To get to know someone or give them another chance or give ourselves another chance. So it can really support cooperation in that way. Also helps with digestive disorders. So that is Dalmatian jasper. There we go. I hope that helps. That should help with harmony with housemates too. Healing of the mind, body, soul, and spirit. Yep. And then for flower, everybody's sick. So we'll get some moss agate. And some snowflake obsidian. Snowflake obsidian helps with recognizing patterns that are holding us back, beliefs and thoughts that are holding us back. Also helps to calm overstimulation and really bring us into balance, body, mind, and spirit. Helps too with inner peace, serenity, and also reconnecting with a sense of hope after any kind of loss. Wonderful too for boosting clairaudience, which is our ability to hear spiritual guidance. So I'm going to put a piece right here. And a piece right here. So that is snowflake obsidian. Also really helpful for feelings of guilt too. Now for everyone that's feeling sick at Flower's house, I'm so sorry to hear that. Moss agate is really helpful. This is good for infections, illnesses, whatever you're dealing with. It helps to give your body a boost in dealing with it. It's highly revered in Chinese medicine. In that way, it's used to help quell what has wind. Has wind is a term they use for something spreading through the body quickly. It helps with connection to nature, with doing any kind of inner child work or connecting to your higher self. And it also helps with connection to spirit and unconditional love. So it's a beautiful stone, body, mind, and spirit as well, but definitely helpful for illnesses. So let's put some more of those in there. Whoop. And I'll just pick these up. Awesome. So that is moss agate. So I hope everyone gets better soon, Flower. Happy Friday and weekend, Patty. Athena, welcome in. Alana, welcome back. Oh, Maria, I'm glad those stones worked for you. I'm so glad. I'm so glad. Okay. And let's see who is next. Del Curtis, all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. I don't know if you're familiar with that quote. Yeah, definitely. Definitely. Yeah, Fuchsite can help with breaking that. Absolutely. Okay, so Patty, aka Key, peridot, honey calcite, sugilite. Red tiger eye, chevron amethyst. Desert rose selenite, septarian, aquamarine is in there. Fuchsite's in there, lapis is in there. Awesome. Okay, so let me start with these first. So let's start with septarian. Septarian helps with the solar plexus chakra, our center of self and personal identity and free will. This helps us to, and I did see that, Del, you requested a stone for inner reflection. Indigo Gabbro helps, and this does too. Septarian is very helpful for that. This helps to really look deep within ourselves, even just getting vulnerable to see what's really at the root of an issue or why something keeps repeating for us. It can help with discovering underlying beliefs and habits and behaviors, like finding the roots of those. Also helps with being vulnerable in the healing process. It helps to support you so that you feel you can be in touch with your own vulnerability and with doing any kind of emotional growth. Also physically, it's connected with healing wounds as well as muscle pain and spasms. So that is septarian. I'm going to go ahead and put a piece here. We're going to kind of see how that wants to wiggle into this grid. So we'll put a pin in that. Desert rose selenite is helpful for a number of things, and I feel like I know you're definitely working on it because it's helpful for real estate transactions. I meditated with it and I got some interesting stuff. This helps for perseverance, especially in schooling or learning something new. It helps relieve stomach upset and travel sickness, and it can also help the body to fight off viruses. So this will also support Flowers family. Wonderful for clearing the skin, including for things like eczema, and is thought to support prostate and testicular health. It helps with the wellness and healing of our animal companions, and it also helps us to have to accept the slow progress towards a larger goal, which can be so tricky. It's like, we look at the long way to our goal and it's like, I feel like I'm no closer, even though we are. This is a great one to keep around for things like that. Helpful too in redefining ourselves in the face of loss or great change too. So we will bring this one in. That is, again, Desert Rose Selenite. And these are actually in the crystal shop. So that is Desert Rose Selenite. Whoop. Dropping stuff. There we go. Put it right next to the Angelic. Red Tiger Eye is very protective. This will also be helpful for Maria. So this helps with protecting us energetically from anything from malevolent spiritual work to the individuals that would show up in that way in real life too. So people who are bullying, picking on, cornering, gaslighting, triangulation, all of those old tricks that toxic people tend to like to use. This helps to keep that at bay and give you a little bit of an upper hand and some protection there. It's also very helpful for manifesting financial abundance in a hurry. So that is red tiger eye. Next, we'll bring in some Amazonite. And if anyone is still Christmas shopping, if you are shopping for a nurse, Amazonite is a superb gift. There we go. So Amazonite helps with self-respect and self-care, a reminder to get self-care for the folks who tend to think of everyone else before themselves. Also helpful for the spine and the spinal nerves and the pain that may come from that too. Helps with bringing in a sense of calm as well as a lot of luck. So that is Amazonite. Amazonite too is one that you might see darker than this, even like a dark bluish green with white stripes in it. So it can look a number of different ways. There we go. Go. Honey calcite supports us in getting connected with the best people for us right here and now, the people that are the most balanced for where we are and where we're headed. This is also a stone that helps to support the sacral chakra, the center of relationships, and the solar plexus, the center of self. So it's a very harmonizing and balancing stone. Also very supportive for postmenopausal women, of which I am one. And this also helps for optimism in times of change. So that's honey calcite. So we will put this, let's actually put this here. We'll start there. We'll see how this ends up. Yeah. Chevron amethyst helps with any kind of degenerative condition or disease. It supports us to have tolerance of others. And it's also wonderful for spiritual connection, connecting to spirit with what we need and want in life and hearing the responses come back. Also really helpful for intuition and any kind of clairvoyance, whether it is shamanic journeying, visions during dreams or during meditation. Chevron amethyst can be exceptional for that. Let's put some chevron amethyst in here. Sugilite is an incredibly potent stone of unity consciousness. That is the awareness of our spirit and, the awareness of our spirit and our mental connection to it that has to do with how we relate to others and how we're all interconnected in the universe. That is everything we put out into the universe, we put into ourselves, for example, and that which we take out from ourselves too. Incredibly potent stone for connecting to that. We are all united. We are all one kind of message. So that is sugilite. This is definitely a hard stone to get a hold of. And if you're looking for a piece as jewelry, check out Rainbows of Healing in Pennsylvania. They're my Reiki teachers, and they have a lovely collection of sugilite jewelry they just got in. It's rare to see that anymore, and they do ship. So definitely give that a shot. And peridot, this helps with breaking bad habits and cycles. Also wonderful for strengthening really good friendships, especially friendships from the past. Helps with anger, jealousy, guilt, those really difficult emotions, as well as this is another stone that helps support digestive health. So we will bring in peridot. Yay! Fuchsites there. Let's get some zoisite, epidote, jet. Labradorite. And which tourmaline? Black tourmaline or pink? Awesome. Labradorite helps with better sleep, clairvoyance, and research and study. This gives really fine attention to detail too. So if there's anything you need to do where it's like, I really need to focus on the tiniest aspect, like coding and programming and things like that, Labradorite is your friend. Also helpful for calming disputes and harmony in the workplace. So that is Labradorite. Let's go ahead and put that here. Zoisite helps with seasonal affective disorder, fertility, and with procrastination. This is one that helps you to start to take those bites in the right direction to like getting things cleared up and taken care of. And it also helps to like break down those obstacles. Helpful too for digestive stuff, as well as encouragement as you start to face like a long list of problems or tasks that you need to complete. So that is Zoisite. So let's do Zoisite here and here. Actually, let's do Zoisite. There we go. Epidote is one that I've worked with quite a bit to help with that inner voice where we tell ourselves, oh, I suck. You know, when we talk to ourselves in a really harsh way, in a way that we wouldn't talk to others. Epidote can help with shifting that to something more helpful and positive. So correcting that negative self-talk. Also helps with the brain. It's thought to help with things like Parkinsonism, connects with the fairy realm, helps to reset the nervous system, and it's helpful for things that are impacting the skin. Helpful too for recovery from illness as well as injury. So we will bring in some Epidote. Definitely wonderful for connecting with the fairy realm. Here we go. And Jet is superb for grief. Helps us to go to those deep, dark places where grief is most painful and do that work and move through it without getting stuck and really transforming ourselves. This also helps with protection against evil, paranormal, any kind of like really nasty bad energy. It's a strong protector. Helps too with anyone that's working with someone who is soon to pass on or animals who are soon to pass on. A very hospice related kind of stone. This is fossilized wood that didn't fossilize the traditional way through lots of time, but rather fossilized quickly through intense heat like a volcano. So that is Jet. So let's bring in some Jet here and here. Woo. There we go. Good to have you, Patty. Lots of love. I know this is a tough time for you. We are here. We love you for all that counts for. Samantha, Reiki for yourself. Back, neck, shoulders, TMJ, jaw, leg and foot, hand, finger. Ooh. Definitely get some joint support from Howlite. Any kind of joint or bone, anything can be supported with Howlite, whether it's a dislocated joint or old pain from an old injury and everything in between. This is also on an emotional level, anger, resentment, and frustration. So helpful with those things. Also helpful with just teeth, hair, bones, all of those things. So let's go ahead and bring this in here. Here. There we go. So that's white Howlite. Pain and inflammation too is lapis. And more angelic connection too. We've got Angelite. Let's bring in some celestite. When Angelite is left under the right circumstances in the earth, it will turn to celestite, which is another very angelic stone. This definitely helps with all matter of physical pain in that it boosts your awareness and connection to the upper chakra. So it changes how we experience pain. It is also helpful for discernment in intuition, like, I feel a little bit of a trepidation. Is that logic? Is that a fear? Is this something else coming up? What message am I getting? And is it from me or is it from spirit? This helps you to kind of tell the difference a little bit better. Wonderful too for connecting with not only the angels, but your sense of higher wisdom. And a very angelic stone. So we will bring this in. This is like my angels please help stone. This selenite and angelite are all helpful for that. So let's put some celestite there. There we go. There we go. Oh, so that's for Patty and for Patty and for Samantha. Kanta, let's see, moving forward gracefully, confidently, with focus and intention of an Amtrak train operator who gets his train where it needs to be on time. Absolutely. Be a leader by example. Awesome. Oh, I'm so sorry, Sarah. We definitely can bring as much support as we can. Hey, Sister Sheba. Lots of love to you. Is desert rose manually carved or natural? It's natural, as wild as that is. Let's see. I have another piece. This is a larger piece I was able to get years ago of desert rose selenite. Yeah, it just forms this way. Yep. Nature is wild. Okay. So let's help with confidence to like move through things like an Amtrak driver. Let's do, I would usually reach for Bumblebee Jasper, which is in there. We've also got, I'll bring in this one. And Ruby for sure. For being a leader by example, Ruby. Ruby helps with the courage to be yourself, and it also supports management and leadership skills, big time. Also helps with fibromyalgia, love, and fertility. So I'm going to bring that in for sure. It's a very empowering stone. Also going to bring in some rutilated quartz and for Sarah, as well as Kanta, this is rutilated quartz. Rutilated quartz is, you see those like lines all through it, those are rutils. So this helps with focusing energy where it's most needed to go, and with focusing the mind, like really razor sharp focus to the mind and what you're focusing on. It also helps to boost physical energy if you're run down, depleted, tired, or even getting better after having been sick, having had surgery, being injured, anything like that. This is often recommended as a stone for folks that are going through any kind of cancer treatments because of those things. It's thought to help focus the treatments you're getting to where your body can best use them. And like, I hope that all those treatments go to where it's most helpful. And because it also like gives you a boost of energy when you're otherwise like kind of depleted. So this is often recommended as like if you go into a jewelry store, especially the ones in Philly on Jewelers Row, and you say, I want to get a gift for someone who has cancer, they're often going to recommend rutilated quartz for that reason. So I'm going to bring in some rutilated quartz for both of you because I think it helps with both. So lots of love. Stay the course. Be focused, Kanta. Lots of love for you and lots of love for anyone that's struggling with cancer or loves anyone that is, for that matter. And okay, cool. So where did I leave off? Gotcha. Okay, so thank you for being here, Kanta. A stone for being unstuck and path making stone if it hasn't been placed. I put in Larimer. That can really help with like the courage and the insight to like break a path. That was actually the words I used. So that's in there. That will help. For Sam, psoriasis, endometriosis, we've got digestive challenges covered with peridot and Dalmatian jasper. Skin, we've got a lot of skin stones in there, including dragon's blood. We've also got leopard skin jasper for your dog, and endometriosis, we'll do some pink tourmaline. So pink tourmaline is great for any kind of gynecologic issue, especially including endometriosis, PCOS, anything. Really helpful too for headaches and migraines, as well as nerve pain, mother-baby bonding, spinal injuries, as well as breaking down your, like any kind of negative self-image so that you can start to replace it with a more positive and affirming self-image. So that is pink tourmaline. Ooh. Leopard skin jasper helps with healing our animal companions and supporting us to better connect with our animal guides and guardians. It is also helpful for the skin, as well as coordination and balance, and it helps to attract and bring in our love relationships. So that is leopard skin jasper. Working these in here. Oh my goodness, we've got a nice big grid. Okay. All right, I'm going to zip through as many of the requests as I can. I will get to all of them. But let's see what I can do. Kunzite is in there. Lots of love to you, Patty. Prosperity and financial healing. We have citrine in there. Help advocating for yourself and getting somewhere with it. Getting people to listen and take you seriously. Sunstone helps with that in a big way. It helps with being noticed, being recognized, and blue tiger eye is also in the grid. That really helps with like speaking the truth, being heard, being recognized, and like facts over feelings and things like that. And a lot of times we're not listened to because it's like an inconvenient truth. That can help. And I'm also going to say advocating for yourself. Dumortierite is helpful. So dumortierite is a stone that can help us with issues around patience and also with anger and resentment, but it can also help us with standing up for ourselves, speaking our truth and saying like, this is what I need to do. It helps to improve situations that might otherwise seem beyond hope as well. And it's wonderful for healing ligaments and tendons, and it's helpful too for nervous dogs. So I'm not saying you're a nervous dog. I'm just saying another thing that it helps with. But yeah, it can be very empowering for standing up for yourself, as can the blue tiger eye that I mentioned, and the red jasper. That helps you to stand your ground, stand firm, and feel empowered and stand up to even bullying and things like that. So you've got those in your court, and we'll bring in the do more to right. Where can we bring you in? Let's do this. There we go. So lots of love to you, Alana. Yeah, definitely red jasper, do more to right, and blue tiger eye. That's what I would have grabbed if it wasn't already in the grid. I hope that people listen to you and take you seriously. Attracting more harmonious relationships is definitely honey calcite. Fatigue and a feeling of uneasiness. Fatigue, the best stones are rutilated quartz and bumblebee jasper, which is here, and a feeling of uneasiness. Celestite can help with discernment, like why am I feeling uneasy, what's causing it kind of thing. That can be really helpful, and that's around here. Another stone that can be helpful with like blending logic with intuition, but also knowing which one is which, is citrine, which is right here. That can be super helpful. So I hope that that helps. Female stuff is pink tourmaline. Joints is howlite. Yeah, there's so much alignment every time. Stones for lupus and MS. Definitely brain. Chevron amethyst helps with anything that is degenerative, so like MS. And lupus, autoimmune, well, MS is autoimmune too. That's rhodonite for sure. Another one that can help is anything that helps with the nerves, and that would also be, whatchamacallit, nerves would be amazonite, which is here. And for the brain, especially when it comes to things like memory, which can be affected, that is pyrite. Pyrite also helps with manifesting financial abundance, so we always have lots of requests around that. So this helps with fever, anything with fever, anything impacting the lungs, the brain, and memory, information recall in general. This is one that I would recommend for something along the lines of MS. Helps too with opening intuition and also providing protection at the same time, as well as manifesting financial abundance. So we will bring these in. There we go. I hope that helps. So yeah, rhodonite, chevron amethyst, and pyrite for sure. Communication, absolutely. We've got sodalite. If anyone is struggling with Mercury retrograde, this is a great stone to work with. Sodalite helps us to express ourselves, whether that's spoken or written or performed or danced or music, any way that you express yourself. This helps you to do it with clarity and helps you to feel comfortable in expressing. Also helps with relieving menopause symptoms, writing, grounding impulses if you struggle with impulse control, and also with homesickness. So that is sodalite. Sodalite looks very similar to lapis, but there is no pyrite in it. So there we go. That is sodalite, so that will help with communication. Finding and attracting positive relationships is definitely honey calcite. Okay. Oh, black tourmaline. Gotcha. Let's see. And anyone attacking you with dark magic, anything to help this, absolutely. Best one is red tiger eye, which is right in here. Also, black onyx is very helpful for that. And pyrite is really helpful for that. Let's also do tiger eye is very protective, and this helps with business-minded stuff, entrepreneurial stuff, and clarity. This is strength and balance, big picture thinking, helps with protection against envy and jealousy particularly. And if you're doing any kind of study or research, this can really help you see how all of those different things connect. So it's not just a matter of, like, say, memorizing a whole bunch of different facts, but rather seeing how all of those facts relate to one another. So, like, deeper understanding. So let's bring that in. Yeah, powerful protector. And another powerful protector for any kind of evil eye type stuff is jet. Whoo boy, this is really, really potent, whether it's deceased entities, whether it's someone who's alive and doing nasty stuff. Either way, jet is massively helpful. So definitely that. Also very helpful for grief. So yeah, definitely have the stones for that. And the mirror here helps with, like, reflection, deflection. And black tourmaline helps with repelling any kind of negative energy. I have gone so far as to crush this up and sew it into curtains, and it works. South Philly tested and approved. It is wonderful. So I will bring this in for protection and clearing. It can help whether you're clearing your own energy or keeping others at bay, whatever the case might be. So that's black tourmaline. Oh, Sarah, you're super welcome here. We're a fun bunch. Releasing negativity, Patty, is zoisite really helpful with that. I think we got it all. And everyone, thank you for being your beautiful selves. I really do love hanging out with all of you. Thank you all for being here. And thank you all for being so kind to me and so kind to each other. Y'all rock. And I think we did it. Oh, definitely. So we're about to get to that part of the grid where we go ahead and we transition into some energy healing. So I will go ahead and explain what Reiki is, a little of how it works, how to make the most of the session I'm about to send to you all. And you all can help me by lifting the energy in the space that you are in by simply taking a deep breath in and out, hitting that like button, go into the chat and share anything that you are grateful for, anything at all. I also want to put out some love there for Chris, who isn't here but will probably listen later. Lots of love to you and your quitting smoking journey. and everything else that you're working on. And I'll explain what Reiki is, and then we will get into the Reiki healing. Oh, how do I crush green onyx bloodstone fluorite? Yeah, I can grab those. Sorry, I missed this. Green onyx bloodstone fluorite. I took some black tourmaline. I went up to a crystal shop, because this is many years ago before I had my own. I bought a bunch of black tourmaline. I brought it home. I put it in a couple layers of paper bag, and I smashed it with a hammer. So I got like dust of it, or small enough pieces. And then I sewed stripes onto the curtain, and inside, like folded in the fabric for the stripes, was pieces of black tourmaline. That's how I did it. But you can also put it in like a charm and hang it. You can wrap it in wire and hang it from the curtain rod. You don't have to sew it in. I just want it to be fancy. And I was making a curtain anyway. Yeah, it's a little bit brittle, so it does crush easy. Oh, you're quitting smoking too. Okay, gotcha. Okay, so we had a request for fluorite. This helps with kind of finding some peace amid chaos. It's very relaxing too. Brings comfort to new moms and anyone experiencing anything chaotic. If you are traveling during the holidays, during a Mercury retrograde, you might want some of this. So fluorite. Green onyx helps with sadness and grief. It's very emotionally supportive. It helps with making decisions in alignment with your highest good and with moving forward even when you're still in emotional pain. It's a great support for just emotional shutdown too. So let's put some around here. And then the last one is going to be bloodstone. Bloodstone also goes by heliotrope, and it's wonderful for like emotional, you know what hits the fan kind of situations. It brings a lot of emotional stamina and helps also with relieving self-doubt. Also helps to quiet the mind during meditation or when you're receiving energy work. And like I said, in the UK and other places, it's often called heliotrope, but it's good for those emotional shocks to the system that kind of shake you to your core. And so we will bring that. Actually, I'm going to put some here. There we go. And we've got one there, and we'll put one here. Boop. There we go. Awesome. Add something against. I don't know what that is. Diani. Add something against. Something in relationship. If you can enter that in again, what you're looking for, if it's help with a relationship, let me know. Hey, look it! It's a Hattie. Hattie. There we go. That's a Hattie. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and explain. Hattie's right on time with her healing purrs. Yeah. So I will go ahead, I'll explain a little bit about what Reiki is, how it works, how to make the most of a session. And you're asking for something you don't know by yourself how it can look in real life. I'm still not entirely sure, Diani. I'm sorry, Diani. I'm not quite sure what you're asking, but I do have clear quartz in there, and that can stand in for any request or any understanding that you happen to have. Definitely, if you want to try and explain it again, the best I can say is I have a stone that helps with like clarity and kind of understanding yourself. There's a couple of stones in there for that. I hope that helps, but yeah. Oh, I did put Desert Rose into the grid. It's here. Right there. Okay, so I'm going to quickly explain what Reiki is, how it works, how to make the most of the session, and then we're going to get into the healing. And Diani, if I can understand what you're asking, I'm so sorry I don't. I'll happily put something in for you. So, what is Reiki? So thanks again for being here. As I mentioned at the top of the stream, my name's Danielle Stimpson. I'm the owner of Learn Reiki Philadelphia, and if you'd like to learn more about my live online Reiki certification classes, if you'd like to learn more about my one-on-one distance healing, tarot readings, or shop my Reiki Charged Crystal collection, head on over to learnreikiphiladelphia.com, and you can use coupon code ShopSmall2023. That's ShopSmall2023 without any spaces. That'll save you 20% on all crystals and gift certificates for distance sessions and tarot readings. So, what is Reiki? Well, Reiki has become more or less like a catch-all term for energy healing in the West, but specifically I work with what's known as Usui Reiki. This particular method was founded by Mikao Usui in the early 1920s in Japan, during a time when you couldn't teach anything that could even be misconstrued as religious. Big consequences there. So this particular approach to working with energy is very deeply spiritual, but at the same time, secular. And I feel like that's why we love it so much in the West. Essentially, to look at what the energy is thought to be in this system, we can look to Shintoism, the indigenous spirituality of Japan, in which everyone and everything is interconnected and interlinked. And spirit, however you define it, is supplying this beautiful soul-affirming energy. The energy that helps us to be more than simply a collection of cells doing what they do. And it's thought that this energy is connected to everyone and everything, and that our body, mind, and spirit are already working with this energy, even without our awareness, to help support balance and healing physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. So what do you need to do to be open to it? Well, you're already doing it by being here. So to best receive a session, the only suggestion I have is go ahead and get nice and comfy, whether you're sitting up or lying down. At the same time, you don't have to be still. There's actually nothing you have to do during your session. You don't have to focus. You don't have to keep your mind silent. You can simply be. And if you want to move around, get a blanket, get a cup of tea, do some yoga, journal, whatever feels good during this time. There's no wrong way to enjoy this time. During the session, you may feel some sensations in your physical body. You may have some emotions rise up or be released. You may experience some clarity. You may be able to resolve some things mentally. You may also be able to get sort of spiritual clarity or even insight or intuition on the spiritual level. And most importantly of all, you might even take a really healing nap, which is totally encouraged. You can absolutely fall asleep during this. As I send this healing energy to all of you, I will turn the lights down. They'll move slowly and gently from one color to the next. At no point will they flash or strobe. And I'll turn the music up. And if you'd like to hear more about our musical creator, learn about her music, check out her YouTube channel and website. She's linked at the bottom of the description, so you can go ahead and check her out. And yeah, I'll send this for 25 minutes, during which time we'll have that music going. And at the end of that 25-minute session, you'll hear my voice come back in. I'll encourage you to take a deep breath, come back to your body. And at that time, I'll be able to re-engage with you all in chat and answer any questions or listen to any particular impressions. If you are watching this as a pre-recorded video, the energy is absolutely there when you're watching it, because unlike us as humans, Reiki energy isn't limited by being in one place at one time. Reiki is everywhere all the time. So whenever you're watching this, the energy is there for you and for everyone who's here live. If you ever want to get some healing and I'm not live, no worries whatsoever. Go ahead over to the past healing live stream playlist and enjoy any previous iteration. You'll be able to get the healing anytime you want, and it's wonderful to see you all here. I'm here 5 times a week, same days, same time. So if you haven't already hit that like button and the subscribe button, I definitely recommend that you do. And again, thank you for being here. It's an honor and a privilege always to share this energy with all of you. So let's go ahead and take a closer look at that grid and get into the healing. And let's see. Patty, thank you so much for your help. Diani, I get it now. Yeah. Someone's trying to invade your relationship. Gotcha. So, yes. To strengthen a relationship, let's see. I'm going to bring in some carnelian before we go into the next step. And you're super welcome. And again, and Patty, you're absolutely right. All of those help. And blue sky, lots of love. Leopard skin jasper is absolutely in there. So you're good, blue sky. It's good to see you. Also, epidote is in there too. And so carnelian can help with relationships. This is connected with the sacral chakra, the center of relationships. And it helps us to really connect with those individuals on our one-on-one closest relationships and larger relationships too. It also helps with attracting a soulmate relationship if you don't already have one, and helps with sexuality and fertility as well. So I'll be adding that too. So welcome in, Diani, and thank you again, everyone, for all of your well wishes and all of your support. So let's see. Ooh, that's a pretty and a big grid. So let's bring in this carnelian. This also helps with creativity. Where can I work this in? I will put this here. Here. And here. There we go. Awesome. So everybody go ahead, get nice and cozy, comfy. Thank you for being here. Enjoy your session, and I'll see you all in about 25 minutes. I invite you now to take a deep breath in and out. Slowly come back to your body. Move your fingers and toes. Thank you so much for being here with me this afternoon and evening. Especially those of you from Europe. I know it's extra late where you are. If you have any questions, go ahead and use the chat. And as a reminder, it is Friday, so I will be back at 8 p.m. East Coast US time for another stream just like this. And I'll be back Sunday night at 8 p.m. East Coast US time with another stream just like this. I'm here 5 times a week, and I'd love to see you same days, same times. And I will be putting out a survey soon to see what times are best for my Christmas Eve and Christmas Day live streams. Thank you all for inspiring such a beautiful grid. You're so welcome, Sarah. All the best to you. Lots of love and healing. Joanna, it's wonderful to see you as always. Oh, Renee, lovely. You always feel better afterwards. I'm so glad. Don't forget to hit that like button on the way out if you don't mind. I deeply appreciate it. But most of all, I just appreciate you being here. I'm so glad it was a soothing session for you, Blue Sky. Wonderful to see you. Lots of love to you. Man, big yawn. You're welcome, Sister Sheba. Lots of love to you. And same to you, Maria. You're super welcome. I'm so glad that was helpful. And yes, I will absolutely be here. Christmas Eve, we have our usual 8 p.m. because it's a Sunday night. Mondays, I don't usually stream. And being that it's a holiday, we'll see what's best for all of you. And I will also be streaming on New Year's Eve and New Year's Day, even though New Year's Day is a high holy holiday here in Philadelphia. Well said, Patty. Beautifully said. Oh, Dell, that's beautiful. Thank you for sharing. Lots of tingling. Oh, you felt a presence pass by. I sometimes get reminders of passed on loved ones when I'm doing Reiki. You're so welcome, Lori. I hope you have a beautiful weekend too. Oh, you're welcome, Dell. May we all walk in beauty. I love that. Absolutely love it. I'm so excited for the Christmas and New Year streams too. I was so bummed that I couldn't do Thanksgiving because the internet was out. I was so bummed. Oh, I'm sorry, Sarah. Yeah, this is definitely, holidays can be so hard, whether and I know there's more than one of you struggling with, it brings up passed away loved ones, it brings up estrangement, it brings up all the things, doesn't it? Yeah, I don't have family. I have family estrangement, so I've got lots of amazing friends. I have a friend coming over on Christmas. I'm gonna cook a little something for both of us, and the cats. The cats will get some extra treats, and extra play times for Christmas. But that's about it. There was feedback during the session, like a whooshing. Thank you for letting me know. I really appreciate that. Yeah, that's a lot, Patty. Thank you, Sam, and lots of love to you, too. Yeah, it'll be nice to have. Sometimes it's just nice to have something to look forward to on a really wild day. Even those of you who are going to have amazing holidays. Sometimes it's nice to look forward to something like just chill, just peaceful. But I'm going to go ahead and end the stream here. Oh, lots of love, Key. Oh, I'm looking forward to seeing you too, Del. Yay, exciting. But I'm going to have to go ahead and end the stream here because I am connecting with someone through my neighborhood free group, giving away some things that I no longer need in my current space that they could use. It raised your vibration like crazy, Alana. I'm so glad to hear that. Yeah, it does bring up a lot of losses this time of year. But I'll be here for what it's worth. Yeah, December brings up a lot. That whole, like, if you're in the US, that Thanksgiving through Christmas time is just brutal. Thank you, Sarah. You're always welcome here. And all of you are. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and end the stream here with an abundance of gratitude for each and every single one of you. I will be back at 8 p.m. East Coast US time this evening, so in just about an hour and 40 minutes. So I'll be there then. And also Sunday at 8 p.m. East Coast US time. My other 4 p.m. stream is Wednesdays at 4 p.m. Yeah. So have a wonderful rest of your weekend if I don't see you. Take care and bye for now.